Hey guys! I'm super nervous and excited about this video. So, I'm gonna let a few people hop on. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and jump to about 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and I'll get started then. Because I want people to get on here first. Hey, Emily! Hey, Sierra! I'm gonna wait until about 2 minutes and 30 seconds until people are on here. That way I can get started and talk about this. So if you are watching the replay, go ahead and jump forward. Hey guys, though. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you. Okay, we're at 1 minute. We have another minute to go. And you guys get to see my bedroom. So I'm gonna wait about 30 more seconds. Okay, 40 more seconds. Hey, comment when you get on. Hey. There's so many of you guys. So we have about 20 more seconds and then I'll start. I'm so excited though. I'm nervous about this talk, but I'm really excited about it because I know it'll be helpful to someone out there. I don't know who, but it will. Hey! Okay, go ahead and comment below when you're on. I'd love to get to know you guys. And hey, Fran! You guys are going to get to hear a little bit about my story when I talk about this. It's something that's really personal to me. So I'm going to try not to cry. Cross my fingers I don't cry. But I may get some teary eyes, so no judging, okay? Hey, Erica! Okay, so we're at 2:30. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am calling this the F word matters. So for me, the F word is not the nasty F word. The F word is forgiveness. Forgiveness is such a huge deal for anyone, I think. So, being that I am a survivor of, yes, thank you. Being that I am a survivor of childhood sexual abuse, it's something that was really hard for me to grasp growing up. And my mom used to always tell me, forgiving them is not saying that their actions are okay. Forgiving is saying it's for you only and for your soul. They don't even know that I've forgiven them, but it's truly made me see the difference in the world. And if some people ask me why I'm so happy all the time, it's because I just forgive and forget almost. So I haven't forgotten the actions that were done, but I definitely don't go back to those people. Just because that, for me personally, even though I've forgiven them, they don't deserve a place in my life now. So, thank you, Fran. So, my journey with forgiveness really started a long time ago. I started having the abuse started when I was about 5. I'm now 22. And it went until I was 13. So it happened for a long time there. But it wasn't, I always knew that something bad had to happen to the person that was abusing me for them to be able to do the action as well. So I don't know the story technically behind his story, but I do know that something bad really did happen to him at one point, and that's why for him it was normal to him to do the actions that he did to me. So, and I'm not going to go into details because I don't want there to be any triggers in here for anyone, so don't worry about anything. But you have to realize, no matter what you have to forgive someone about, and for me personally, it was forgiving the people that abused me and their families betraying me and disowning me. when I actually came out about everything. So, and it's really hard for me to talk about it, only because it's so fresh, but I think it's something that needs to be done because we all have people we need to forgive. There's some people that have maybe wronged you, but you have to realize that whatever they did, they thought that was normal. Hey, Jennifer! They thought that that was normal at that time, and so that's why they maybe did it. And even if they knew it was wrong, you still have to say to yourself, it's not making it right what they did, but it is making sure that you are now able to say, okay, it is what it is. I am a survivor. I will always be a survivor, and it wasn't my choice to become a survivor, but I am. Now, I have to use what I've been through to empower other women, because no matter what, it happens to 1 in 4 people. Hey, thank you. So, I mean, my journey with forgiveness has been really, really, really tough. Growing up, probably honestly about 5 years ago, I never thought that I would be able to truly forgive 100%. But just recently, like literally this last 2 days, I've come to the point where it doesn't matter the actions they did. And a lot of this has to do with me watching Tony Robbins like crazy. So if you haven't seen Tony Robbins' I'm Not Your Guru on Netflix, get your booty on it and get watching it, because that video, that whole documentary, changed my perception of everything. Hey, Laura! So, one thing that he says in there that stuck with me, it got me good. Hey, Jessica! Is you need to bless the people that hurt you. You need to say, it's because of them that you are who you are. If my dad had been the person that I wanted him to be, just like he says if his mom had been the person he wanted him to be, he wanted her to be, he wouldn't be half the man he is. The same goes for me. If my dad had been the father that I wanted him to be, not the person that did everything, thank you, then I wouldn't be who I am today. I really wouldn't. So I have to, hey Ty, so I have to really thank him for it. And thanking him for the things that he did to me is really tough to wrap your head around. And you can't wrap your head around why things happen to you either. So, with doing that, I'm not saying that what he did is okay. What I'm saying is, because you did these things to me, I can now forgive you for them because, hey Danae, because I know something bad had to happen to you as well for it to happen to me. But in the end, now he has given me the power to empower women all around the world. Because now, because of him, because he did those things to me that he did, and because of the other people that were involved, they disowned me. Because they did that, and because I had my mom and my grandma rooting for me the whole entire time, and putting faith back into my butt, then it's really because of them, all the good and the bad, that I'm able to do what I do now. And it's when you sit down and you think to yourself, maybe there's something bad that's happened to you. Hey, Dawn. Whether it be that you're a survivor of something, or whether it be that, someone did something wrong to you, whatever, even though it's not wrong and right, it's more of like, maybe someone hurt your feelings along the way somewhere. You have to truly forgive them by saying, no, your actions aren't right. It's not right what you did to me. There's no right and wrong. I mean, there is, but in a sense, there's not. Because in the end, me personally being as faithful as I am, yes, we're overcomers for him. But with that, we're also, every sin has the same We're all going to be deemed somewhere. We're all sinners in my eyes. Yes, we, like, it may not be as bad as something else, but in the end, I can't judge him and he can't judge me. So, it's really tough, and I know it's going to take a lot of work if you want to forgive someone. Hey, Kathy. But I know you can do it. And I know that having been through what I've been through, I was taught, so growing up, I never believed I could forgive. I knew I could, but I didn't know how. I didn't know the actions to forgiving. And one of the things that I learned was truly realizing that, yes, there's always going to be bad in the world. Sad to say it, but it's true. Hey, Caitlin. There's always going to be some bad somewhere, but you can't let it affect you. So, okay, maybe you got into an accident and maybe it wasn't your fault, a car accident. Well, guess what? Even if they made you late for work, maybe they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Hey, Paige. So what I want you to do, if you're in the process of trying to forgive someone, put yourself in their shoes for a minute. And it's going to be tough, no matter what. I'm going to just be blunt with you guys. It's tough. Because you don't know what the other person's life is like. And maybe you do. But you know, everything, there's always something underlying that people don't realize. So, thank you, Dawn. But, like, you have to really get out there. You have to think, okay, maybe something happened to them growing up, which is why they're doing what they did. Hey, Kathy. It is. It's very true. You have to just take things as they come, even if they're not handed, even if it's not something that you wanted. Because, you guys, I did not want to be a survivor. I can tell you that. But I am. So, I'm going to take what happened, hey, Ashley, and I'm going to get out there and use it to help someone else. Not because I need to, but because, for me personally, forgiving them, and it is really, really hard. It's really, really hard. I know, because it took me 10 years to do it. But it's doable. And you're not going to be able to understand everything that they did. Hey! You're not going to be able to understand, hey, Evie, in everything that they did. Because, okay, so for instance, me personally, hey, Brittany, I'm a survivor. I'm not an abuser. I will never be able to understand how someone can hurt their children. We hear it all the time on the news. I don't understand how someone can do that. Even though I'm not a mother yet, I've been a nanny for a long time. And it baffles my mind how people can hurt their children. I can't ever understand that because I'm not someone that hurts their children. So you're not going to be able to understand it. You have to realize that. Hey, Leanne. And yes, thank you, Ashley. So, when you're forgiving someone, make sure that you're putting yourself in their shoes. And it's not saying that whatever they did is okay. It's not. It's saying, yes, you're wrong for what you did, and I believe that morally it is not right, but I can't let what you did happen to me keep on holding me back, because it really will hold you back. You're going to sit there and you're going to think, okay, dang it, this happened to me once before, it's going to happen again, right? Well, even though it can, the possibility of it happening is slim if you put your mind to it. So, if you guys watched the other day, I posted my favorite quote. My favorite quote, hold on, it is, Luke 11:9. I believe that's the one. I know it's Luke and 11. I believe it's verse 9. But basically the quote is saying, if you put your mind to it, you're gonna get it. So, for me personally, I told myself, by the time I'm 13, this is gonna be out there. I'm gonna confess about everything that's been going on with me, and I don't care who's against me or who's for me. I have to do this for my own good. Because of that quote, because I asked for it, and I seeked the information to get it done, and like make sure things happen the right way, I actually went in. I didn't have to testify at all. Not because they didn't think I was going to have to testify. They thought that I was going to have to testify in all of the 2 different trials that I was in against both of the parents. Not because of the lack of evidence. There was plenty of evidence. But because I put my mind to it, and because I knew ahead of time that I wanted to get things done and I didn't want to have to be on stand, then there was no jury. They pleaded guilty, and they served their time, and now they're out, and now they're still having to live with the consequences, but they, in the end, haven't taken control of my life. It's because I was able to put my mind to it that I've made anything possible in my life. I was determined to get into a university when I was in high school, even though I didn't have the best of grades. And I made it to Grand Canyon University. I barely by the slim of my teeth, and I made it with a scholarship, even though we knew I couldn't afford it without a scholarship. So I got the scholarship and I made it in. So, if you guys want to forgive someone for something that they did, whether it's big or small, because small things do happen, put yourself in their shoes. Say to yourself, it's not what they did that makes it okay. It doesn't make it okay, ever. But they've made you a stronger person now. Now, you can get the courage and conquer whatever it was that they put in your way. So, think about it for a little bit. Thank you, Kathy. If you guys need help with anything, you can always message me. And I'm always here for you guys. But I want you guys to know that no matter what, you can do whatever you put your mind to. And I want you guys to know that forgiveness, as hard as it is, it's doable. And there are a lot of different things that you have to do to get completely in it. Some people like to go back and meet the person. I don't feel the need to. I've heard of other people writing letters to whoever saying, look, this is what happened, just putting it on paper, and then burning the paper. My sister had to do that. So, that was her way of forgiving. There's tons of different ways you can forgive. But in the end, don't let the past hold you back. If there's something that someone did that you don't think is okay, it's not okay. Maybe to you it's not. But that person does not affect tomorrow's decisions. That person is not you making your decisions. Yes, people do bad things. It's probably not ever going to change, sadly. But, okay, I'm good. No matter what, though, it's possible, okay? So get out there. Don't be afraid. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Do you guys have any questions? You can comment them below and I can see them. If anyone has any questions, you can go ahead and comment them and I'll see what I can answer. Thank you, Fran. I definitely will. My faith is the biggest part of me. I lift everything up to that. So, Any questions? Don't let people hold you back, because in the end, thank you, Irene. In the end, it's you that makes your decisions. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and you get to see my room. But, anyways, I love you guys, and Sarah, you can go back and watch the replay.